you might be looking to buy the New Balance Fresh Foam X More Trail V2. Yeah, these are great trail running shoes. I just did a full marathon, full trail, 4,200 feet of climbing. Took me 5 hours and 5 minutes in these, and they were fan-freaking-tastic. So, maybe you're not running a full marathon, maybe you're doing a half or a 10K or a 5K, or you just enjoy running in the trails. Yeah, I'm gonna break down what I like about these. A couple things I don't like about them. I'm gonna get into that too as well. But yeah, why don't we take a look at these New Balance? So first of all, let's start with the price. Got the receipt here. So obviously there's a V3 now. These are the V2. I got them because they didn't have any V3 in stock, and these were discounted because they're the older model. So they're regular $189. I got them for $159, $30 off. Everything in, it came to $179.19, and that's Canadian currency. So not a bad priced shoe off the bat. If you can find the V2, it's usually at a discounted price. Some of you guys might have found them, even cheaper. So why don't we just start with the shoe itself? Pretty rugged shoe. Has a really nice midsole. I believe the drop, I could be wrong, is 4 millimeters. And the outsole, you got the Vibram down here, grips for days. I mean, this was a pretty aggressive trail marathon. It was actually my first full marathon I've done that's trail. And some of the descents were just like freaking steep, as were the ascending climbs. But particularly coming down, you want good grip, so you don't obviously slip and hurt yourself. And there's, I saw lots of people with banged up, bleeding knees, and their whole back and their pack, their race vest was just like covered in dirt. So they bailed a few times, and I almost had a couple of falls. But the grip on these shoes are fantastic. Like the outsole on these are so awesome. Plus they're almost like, sometimes I'll run in a carbon plate if I'm doing a road race. It's not that responsive, but it is very springy. The foam in this is so spongy. It feels like when you take a step, it is kind of propelling you forward, and that that could be just placebo, but it felt that way when I was running. But as far as the outsole, man, coming down, climbing up, no problem at all. In fact, some of the descents, they're actually on boulders, so it wasn't raining that day, luckily, so they weren't wet, so I don't know what that would be like. But on the dry boulder, it gripped for days, and it was dusty, so it wasn't. It was pretty slippery, kind of traction, and I never slipped out at all in these with the outsole. It's fantastic. The other thing that I'll say about this shoe is it's very, very comfortable. So if you're looking for, a nice pace you're going to run that you can hold. Like for me, I wanted something that I had really good foot support over the course of a marathon. I knew that there was 4,200, 4,500 feet of climbing on this race, so I wanted something that would support my feet. So if you're looking for something that has good cushion, but also, isn't overly, I don't want to say overly bulky, because these shoes are pretty bulky, but they don't feel clunky when you're running in them. At least they didn't for me. They felt very light, and they feel, the way I look at shoes, for me, if it's a good shoe, I'm not even thinking about the shoe. If I'm thinking about the shoe, usually something's bothering me, or I have a hot spot, or it's just not the right fit or feel. But I know it's a great shoe for me when I'm just cruising, putting in miles, holding a good pace, not even thinking about the shoe. That were these shoes for me. I can't guarantee it will be the same for you. Downside to these shoes, well, they're freaking hot. Like, they're not full waterproof. I believe they're water resistant. I could be wrong, but I haven't tried them in the rain yet. But they get hot. And I didn't really notice it when I was running, and even when I was out there, it was a very, very hot day. So I wasn't like overheating from that perspective. But when I would train in these, like I only trained for them a week prior to the race, I'd take my foot out and the inside would just be like damp. just from the sweat coming off my feet. So they do get very hot when you run in them, so just kind of expect that. The other thing I'll show you on this one, race morning, I was lacing them up, getting ready to go, and the eyelet actually snapped off. So what I ended up having to do was run this lace and the upper here, and which kind of sucked because I didn't have it just to clamp down in that one area. So I'll have to talk to New Balance or the store I bought them from, which was a New Balance store, and see what they can do. But yeah, as you can see, I know with the V3 version, they have different eyelets, which probably work better. But these ones have these kind of little interwoven, sewn in eyelets. And yeah, it just snapped. I just was tightening the shoe, not even that hard. It just popped right off. So that kind of sucks, but I'll see what New Balance can do. Other than that, as far as like I guess when you're looking, like I'll look at shoe reviews before I buy one to be like, hey, is this a good shoe? Is this something I should get based on my needs? If you're looking for something that is a really comfortable shoe, maybe you want to go on like nice, easy trail runs, not overly technical, but you're going to have like really good comfort for the longer run. This is a great shoe for that. I'm a little cautious of running like super technical terrain with these, and the only reason why is because of the height of the foam. When I first started running in these, like the first few steps, I could actually feel my foot roll over a little bit because I wasn't used to it. I'm used to running in a little bit of a less foam shoe, and I was like, okay. But the trail I did have some technical parts, and it was okay. It was good. I would prefer to have a little bit more feel. You feel the roots, you feel the ground, you feel the elevation. I'd prefer a little bit more feel from them, but overall, great. I mean, honestly, score-wise, out of 10, I'd probably give these like an 8, just because they do get hot, and I did have a problem with the eyelet. But having ran a full trail marathon with these, I would do it again in a heartbeat. Super comfortable, and yeah, I mean, I finished the race feeling great, and just a phenomenal shoe. I actually ended up placing 5th overall. There's only 38 runners in that race, but 5th I'm very happy with, and the shoes just worked great for me. So yeah, if you have any questions, you're looking to get the shoe, let me know down below. If you have the shoes and you're happy with them or not happy with them, let me know down below. And remember to subscribe to my channel. My name's Ryan, and I will see you guys on the next video. Thanks for watching.